Hello and welcome to Dits on YouTube, and we are back for another live watch along of Friday Night SmackDown here on this growing channel. Of course, we hit 100 subscribers last weekend, which is amazing, and that number continues to rise. So let's see if we can make some headway with that road to 200 tonight. Even just one subscriber would mean some level of success, I guess. But I can't wait for SmackDown tonight, actually. You know, it was something that I wasn't looking forward to at all when I came out of SmackDown last week, simply because, I mean, we had Grand Metalik in the IC title match, which was just so random, and when you're expecting it to be somebody else, of course you're going to be disappointed. But I've had time to think on that. I don't think it's that bad of a thing, because we're going to get a good match from it. And then there's the Otis Mandy stuff, which I could take it or leave it. And then we also have Jeff Hardy on the show tonight as well. And there's going to be another couple of bits and bobs, but we'll see how that goes. But the number one thing for me tonight is seeing where Big E goes and how that's played out. But we've timed, again, just like NXT, we've timed this perfectly. And we go into the beginning of SmackDown, which is just kicking off with, of course, Bayley and Sasha Banks. Still not bored of them. Still not bored of them. However, one thing I will say that I'm bored of is the fact that they're just constantly linked with Nikki and Alexa Bliss. Just, can nobody else on SmackDown, like, step up? You know, this whole Naomi deserves better thing is kicking around. And here's Big E. So this means we're definitely going to have some Big E singles stuff. Why would you laugh at a Big E singles career? I wanted to see this for such a long time. Such a long time. Unbelievable. Gone are the days of energy drinks. I forgot we've got Lacey Evans versus Naomi tonight. Not for me, I'm afraid. However, this Grand Metalik AJ Styles match has me intrigued. Is that a new AJ Styles t-shirt? It's better than that ASAP one they had. Jesus Christ. I gotta be honest, the more I see that IC title belt, and I hate to admit it, the more I like it. I hate to say it, but I do. We have the Firefly Funhouse. Always a delight. We're, of course, coming up to the year anniversary of The Fiend's first match in WWE at SummerSlam. So it's only fitting that we are here with this one. And Braun apparently is still dead in a lake. / swamp. The thing I don't like about this feud between Bray and Braun. It's just how predictable it's been. It's not a bad predictable. There are bad and good ways of being predictable, but when it comes to Bray's character and the Fiend and everything he brings to the table, you really want it to be like, wasn't expecting that. So this ring light out. You just kind of want it to be shocked and surprised at everything. Like when the Fiend first came out, that was all we got. We were always surprised at what was going on. But throughout this thing, we had the Cult Bray. That was a surprise. Actually, I'll give them that. But then from there, you know, we're like, oh, well, we've got Funhouse Bray lost at Money in the Bank, and then the Cult Bray showed up, which was cool. I love Cult Bray. And then they announced the Swan fight, and then you're kind of like, well, this is only really going to go in one direction, and that's the Fiend, and that's where we've gone. But it's a good predictable, I guess. And I'm counting this as a start of SmackDown being a match. I know we just had the Funhouse and then all those chats with the superstars, but I'm counting this as SmackDown is kicking off with a match, and that is a W. Especially a title match. We've seen Grand Metalik just as part of the Lucha House Party for a long time now. And by the way, where's Kalisto? But I remember seeing him in that Cruiserweight Classic a couple of years ago. I was just like, this guy is amazing. Like, he really blew my mind. So I want to see that Grand Metalik, because since the whole Lucha House Party thing, it's just been like, I don't care. But let's see how this one goes. I'm curious. Oh, and something fun, just there. Of course, we do have merch. Project Dits does have merch, and today I sold my first T-shirt. I feel like a freaking rock star, baby. Amazing. So whoever that was, if you are watching this, when it arrives, put that T-shirt on, share it on Twitter, and I'll retweet it and give you some love. Not in that way, but some kind of shout out love. First battle. It's good timing, actually. Commercials. Actually start plugging stuff. Now, this is the problem with starting streams, like literally 2 or 3 minutes before a show. But here we go. Here's the first one. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click that notification bell so you never miss a video. You never miss a live stream. Every Wednesdays and Fridays, I live stream on this channel. Wednesdays, of course, NXT, and Fridays, well, you're here, SmackDown. And there's the merch. Little plug. I love this little video thing. It tells you everything I want to say, but I don't have to say it. Subliminal messaging. But where the logos? Got some good stuff on there. I'm starting to create some original designs as well. Of course, you know I have some love for a certain individual on NXT by the name of Cameron Grimes. I will not be forced into saying the way I usually say it. But I do have an original design of that available on TeePublic. So if that's how you want, if you want to get it, get it. It's a shame that's not the T-shirt that was sold. It was just the Project Dits. Oh, there is one. It wasn't this one either. If any T-shirts were going to get sold of mine, I would always expect it to be this one, because I'm pretty fucking proud of this logo. And the other ones are kind of they're good but simplistic. God, I hate commercials, man. I hate commercials. Also today, you can find it on the channel. It is available. GM mode, the new series that we got running on the Dits on Wrestling podcast right now. New episode came out today. Night 2 of my fantasy booking of SmackDown. Very good, if I do say so myself. Of course, Anthony does Raw. And his is very sports-based. Whereas mine's very much sports entertainment. So there's a good contrast. So you get the best of both worlds, really. Because it would suck if Anthony was booking Raw in the same way that I focus on SmackDown. But that is not the way the series has gone so far, which is awesome. It's gone better than I thought it was going to go. But we're hitting night 2 today. And we record the next bout tomorrow as well. And I haven't actually written my show yet. So we'll see. We'll see how that one pans out. Here we go. There's all those rumors that SummerSlam is going to be on a cruise ship or a beach somewhere. And you can imagine with, obviously, Chris Jericho's affiliation with AEW that everyone's going to point... If this thing does end up on a cruise ship, I honestly don't think it will. I don't think they can sort out the logistics in such a short amount of time. But the comparisons will be made to Jericho's Rock and Rager cruise or whatever he does. It's annoying how there's always those comparisons. Just let things be. Just let things happen. It's so good that we've got AJ Styles in WWE. Would he be better somewhere else? Maybe. But as somebody who watches WWE on the regular, I'm happy that he's in this company. And it's not like he's booked poorly either. If he was booked poorly, then we would have a lot of complaints. But IC champ now. He's been US champ, WWE champion. Did he win? Has he been tag champ? Was he tag champ at some point? Probably. I hope this is a good match. With it starting the show, I'm hopeful. Who else was in that match last week? We had Lindsay Dorado was in there. Chad Gable, refused to call him Shorty G. Gran Metalik, of course. And who the hell was the other guy in that match? I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. That's really annoying. Get rid of that. It'd be great to see Daniel Bryan back on TV. Of course, I mean, assuming he's not because of Brie. She's about to drop any day now. So the last thing you want is Daniel Bryan hanging around with a bunch of people. And I don't even know the state of WWE's COVID testing at the moment. So you really don't want to be hanging around this place. It is not worth the risk. Case in point, Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. And Daniel Bryan. That was amazing, that match that he had with Daniel Bryan. Definitely. I mean, if that's not in the conversation for one of the best matches of the year, then I'll be surprised. It's very good. I think it was either the bump or just WWE.com. I don't know who it was. But they compiled their list of best matches of the year so far, and no surprise, AJ and Bryan was on there. That was a weird thing that just happened there. I don't really. Yeah, Daniel Bryan and AJ was on that list, but the Money in the Bank match, the cinematic, the actual horror show of the year was that match, and that was on that list, which is shocking. That thing, I've said it so many times on the pod, but that whole thing has tainted the Money in the Bank concept for me. It really has. But hey, Money in the Bank no doubt will be back next year. And maybe I'll change my mind. Oh, there you go. Hardest part of the apron. Let's wait for it. No, didn't say it. And commercial. Not really clicking. Not really clicking the match so far. But we got time. We got time. And hey, while we're in the commercial break, we do have something coming soon to Dits on YouTube and Project Dits as a whole. I'm going to drop a little teaser for you right now. So I'm just going to sit silently, but it's going to pop up here if technology is on my side. Let's see. I don't know if there's any sound. There you go. Dits on Gaming coming soon to Dits on YouTube and Project Dits as a whole. It will be a video and audio podcast. So if you enjoy gaming for a start, that'll help. But if you like to watch a podcast or VOD, I don't even know what they call video podcast. They call it like, is it a vodcast or a vcast or video cast? Well, I don't know. I just call it a video podcast. It's just easier, isn't it? If you prefer to watch a podcast, you'll have that option on YouTube. And if you just want to listen to the audio, it'll be available on the Project Dits podcast feed. Got you covered. I've got you covered. All bases covered. And we got some good guests lined up with some more in the pipeline, one big one in the pipeline potentially if that one comes through. But what I am very excited about is bringing Omega Luke to the podcast. I don't know if anybody knows him. If you are watching this, then the name may be familiar. If you run around the wrestling community on Twitter, he was a big presence actually in the wrestling community many moons ago, but he unfortunately dropped out of wrestling content creation and has been focusing on Football Manager here on YouTube. And he's very, very successful at it as well. He's got thousands of subscribers, gets thousands of views. He's doing very, very well. And I get to welcome him to the Dits on Gaming podcast at some point in the next couple of weeks. So that's going to be really fun. It's going to be very, very fun. Can't wait for that. But we're back with SmackDown, and Damo is here in the chat. Hello, mate. I was wondering when you were going to show up. You've left me hanging. You've left me hanging. Nah, it's good to have you here, buddy. The 2 words. I haven't said it yet. I haven't actually said those 2 words yet. If somebody goes and buys that Cameron Grimes t-shirt, and I'm not saying it in that way, if somebody goes and buys that Cameron Grimes t-shirt on TeePublic, which is on sale right now, I'll say it. Metalik not winning tonight, Damo. I can't see it. It'd be very bold booking if they gave the title to Grand Metalik. Like, he's not a bad wrestler, but he's not an IC. I mean, I guess there's this whole thing about, oh, WWE don't build new stars and all that, but you just know when somebody has it and who doesn't. I don't think Metalik has it. He's very talented in ring, but aside from that, I don't get it. I don't get the vibes. No, I'm not excited for Cross Bailey tonight. I mean, you know by watching these live streams every single week how high I am on Bailey and Sasha, but just before SmackDown came on, I was saying how I just hope that these 4 just kind of move away from each other and bring some other women in the division up into that main event scene within the women's division. Is it me, or has this been a very draggy match? I honestly don't think that's a hot take, Damo. I personally wouldn't say he's the best wrestler on the planet, but he's definitely top 10, maybe even top 5, easily. Like, he's still as good as he's ever been. Like, he hasn't lost a step. If you're coming into this stream, just hit that like button, or if you're watching the replay. Because apparently you get noticed more with likes on videos. I don't know. There we go. The match is starting to kick into gear now a little bit. Come on, AJ. Come on, AJ. I gotta admit, his rope game is pretty damn good. I will give him that. We're ramping up. It's good. The match is finally at where it should have been before, when we first started this damn thing. Opinions. I've never been a big Orange Cassidy fan, but at the same time, I don't watch AEW, so I know he's had decent matches on there, and he's shown his serious side. Showed his serious side recently in matches, but I was never a big fan of his in the first place. But I can see what he brings to the table. I would actually probably enjoy his stuff if I actually actively watched AEW. Setting up the phenomenal forearm. He's not going to hit it though, is he? He's not going to hit it. And we go on. It's had a decent amount of time, this match, actually. It's 20 minutes. Well, the entrances were at 20 minutes, so I think it's actually a little bit less than that. The match is getting good time, though, which is good. It's just a shame only the last 5 minutes has been really good. Like I said, a bit draggy to begin with. There you go. Metalik taps out. AJ Styles retains the Intercontinental Championship. Happy days. I'm happy with that. I mean, I always thought AJ was going to win anyway, but decent match, but not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. It was very grounded. Oh. Ah, there you go. AJ attacking Lindsay. Who's making the save? I really like this AJ Styles. Since he moved to SmackDown, he's been brilliant. Not that he wasn't brilliant before, but now he's not under the umbrella of the OC or Bullet Club. The club. He's been good. Been very, very good. At least they're watching TV in the right... Yeah, let's not go back to short jokes, please. Did you just call him Chad? Or did you call him Champ? I know King Corbin is talking shit right now. But he is making a valid point. Like, Chad Gable honestly deserves some more spot. Like, he is essentially Kurt Angle 2.0. He is. Just drop the Shorty G thing. Just drop it. In my GM mode series on the Dits on Wrestling podcast, it was one of the first things I did. I'm the GM of SmackDown on that series, and yeah, Shorty G, gone. Yeah, I actually enjoyed this bar fight. I'm not gonna lie. It started off a bit strange, you know, this bit. So very personal between these two, and then Jeff just sits next to him. Actually, I'm alright, don't worry. Then just swills him. But actually, no, I actually really enjoyed the bar fight. Apart from when it started to get a bit supernatural, Sheamus put his hat on Jeff's face, and then when he pulled it off, it was like the Willow-esque character. Once we got past that, it was actually pretty good. I say get past that. Everything before it was good. Like, it was nice to have just a basic cinematic match. No niff-naff and trivia, just two dudes brawling in a bar. That's all it was. And that's why I enjoyed it. Although I don't know many bar fights that would end with somebody doing a swanton bomb off the top of a ladder, but there you go. I guess you got to add the wrestling element in there somewhere. Damo, thank you for the love. Thank you. It's two dudes fighting in a bar. Two dudes fighting in a bar. I also do like the fact that the bartender got involved, because let's be honest, when they were doing that toast to Jeff Hardy bit, he didn't deserve to get that bottle in the back of the head. Ah, Sharon Rose. Welcome to the chat. Thank you very much for the love. See, that's the bit that I didn't like. Is that where it's going now? Like, we're going to see the return of his Willow character from TNA, or Impact, whatever you want to call it. But it's got to be the end of Sheamus Jeff now. It's got to be. See, it would have been nice if Jeff just started playing basketball there. Right, Jeff's going to come out for a promo. And then Sheamus is going to come out and do something. And then we're back to square one. Saudi Omani is the best player in the world. Are you kidding me, Damo? Not a chance. Behave yourself. Hey, if you are watching this stream or you're watching the replay, do hit that subscribe button. Do hit that like button. And click the notification bell so you never miss a video on this channel. Live streams every Wednesdays and Fridays. Episodes of the Dits on Wrestling podcast drop every Monday and Friday at the moment with I'll just go back to Mondays after the GM mode series is over. Dits on Gaming, of course, is coming soon. And here we go. Never miss a video. Hit subscribe. Like this video. and click the bell. Because, yes, we do have Dits on Gaming coming up. And here's a nice little video to tease it. There you go, Dits on Gaming. Get amongst it. Coming soon, potentially next week. If I've got time to record an episode, I will get right amongst that. I already know what my episode 1's going to be. The Xbox Game Showcase was honestly one of the most disappointing things I've seen in the last couple of years, and that's across the board. Like, the amount of hype I had for that thing was pretty big. And then to go into that and just come away just so deflated. I have thoughts on it. Let's put it that way. I do remember the horror show, yes. It wasn't the best pay-per-view in the world, was it? It was a horror show, yeah. I mean, they set themselves up for that, didn't they? They really did. Let's get some plugs going on the old Twitter. I am not ignoring you, just so you know. How are we 40 minutes into SmackDown already? That's mental. There we go. We have a Jeff promo. We'll give him like 5 minutes to get out to the ring while I'm waiting for that. There we go. We're back amongst it. God. It's hot. It's hot in her. And now we wait for Sheamus to come out. And he's name dropped Sheamus already, so we're already heading in the wrong direction. He sucks. Z-Dog, welcome to the chat. Glad you stayed up. There's a key phrase. He's a WWE superstar. Let's move away from the alcohol stuff and just focus on that. Until Sheamus inevitably comes out, and then we're back to square one again. I mean, if Sheamus doesn't get amongst this, where does Jeff go? Because there's not that many heels on SmackDown left to feud with in the grand scheme of things. So we have King Corbin. So Jeff's coming into this Riddle Corbin storyline. I don't care what anybody says. King Corbin is awesome. I heard Drew Gulak had like internal bleeding or something like that from his last match, so I'm assuming that's what this is. This is taped. It must be taped. I don't know if that's true. I might just be hearing a load of bollocks. So is King Corbin now offering people money to beat up Matt Riddle? Is that his new thing? Oh, there we go. Drew Gulak's out. Drew Gulak doesn't have any beef with King Corbin, does he? Who knows? We're going to have a match between them in a minute. Anyway, freaking hell, it's hot. Oh, hey. Head to TeePublic. Merch. Wear the logos. Sold our first t-shirt today, which is incredible. I actually put that up and thought, it's going to be up there and I'm going to be the only person that buys it. But the fact that somebody else has actually done that and parted with their own money is cool as shit, honestly. But we have all the logos that are around across Project Dits. And I'm working on some original designs as well. I do have my Cameron Grimes t-shirt. That's on there. That should be a top seller. That should be in the hundreds by now. If I had the picture, I'd put it up. But I don't. But hey, never miss a video. Hit subscribe. Like the video. And click the notification bell. There you go, Damo. You got your Cameron Grams. And yeah, you know, you could have merch just like, oh wait, finger point there, like that. To be fair, this one is my favorite. Big fan of that one. And there is a sale on at TeePublic right now as well. I'm not going to let this turn into a sales pitch. Yes, Z-Dog, those are WrestleCrate boxes behind me. And I do unboxing videos of WrestleCrates every single month as and when they drop. So go and check those out. My last one I did 3 or 4 days ago. So go and watch it. It's good stuff. Well, I'm glad these streams are helping, Damo. I actually rarely watch wrestling with other people, to be honest. And speaking of the wrestle crates, if you want to get amongst it, and I highly recommend that you do, it's very, very good. You can use a promo code Dits on Wrestling and bag yourself a free signed print on the house. You usually get 2 with every wrestle crate. You can get yourself an extra one. And they've got a Chris Jericho item. It's a signed autograph in the next wrestle crate coming out next month. Well, this month now, 1st of August. Here in the UK, anyway. You can bag yourself a Chris Jericho autograph print, a random autograph print that they'll likely throw in on top of that, and then get another one on top of that as well. And it could be anything across what they've got. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Finn Balor, MJF, Kip Sabian. Loads of guys. No worries, Z-Dog. Are they putting in canned fan noise at the moment? They are, aren't they? So I can tell you now, that ain't matching what the guys at ringside are doing. Okay, maybe it is a little bit. I've already said I want canned in crowd noise. I thought it really worked with Edge versus Orton at Backlash. I know it would be like manufactured in a way that WWE wants us to hear crowd reactions and stuff, but honestly, it's so much better than listening to these idiots banging on the plexiglass every 5 minutes. Yeah, Damo, honestly, I say this every week, as you probably know. And the fact that they're plugging the hell out of it right now just speaks volumes. Like, if you're gonna, like, have King Corbin drop this whole King of the Ring gimmick, which is tired, and just have him focus on that Golden Gloves boxing accolade. It's the one thing that's missing from Corbin, his character. Because in ring, I think Corbin's great. I think he's got a really cool moveset. And he has one of the best finishes in WWE. Easily. At least they're banging on it lightly, so it's not as annoying. I can't believe we nearly lost Drew Gulak. I think it was like a month or 2 ago now. Yeah, Gulak leaving WWE. Honestly, if he left WWE, I'd be very, very surprised. Especially at that point, because he was in that coach role, which I always found was really bizarre. But he was in that coach role for Daniel Bryan, which was perfect. I love Daniel Bryan and Gulak together. They had that really good match. And here comes Matt Riddle. Don't go with a roll-up. Corbin's out. So I told you, End of Days is a great finisher. I think what that is refreshing, though. Riddle didn't cause a DQ. He just tried to distract him. I thought you were taking the piss demo when I saw that. Shorty G heel turn. Hopefully that means he drops it and becomes Chad Gable. That's a beautiful German suplex, that as well. I'm okay with it. I'm honestly okay with it. If it means, even if it's just a temporary thing, if it means that Shorty G stops dressing like a 6-year-old doing PE. But he looks like he regrets it. And here we go. Coming up next, we have Big E's single run kickstarting. Apparently, Kofi's out for 6 weeks. I don't know how accurate that. I mean, that's what he said last week, so I'm just going to go off that. Damo, take it easy. Hopefully, see you back in the stream in a bit. So we're almost at the 1 hour mark. It's actually not been that bad, to be honest. It's been a decent SmackDown. And that's all you can hope for with SmackDown. If you can say it's not a bad SmackDown, then things are going well for you. But we need to get back to that point where we're having consistently good or even great SmackDowns. So I remember when SmackDown Live was a thing. Like it was like who was it? It was Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan as GMs or Commissioner and GM. That was a good time. as is always the case, while we're in commercials, I do plug stuff all the time. I seem to be like a plug-in machine. People come in the chat or just into the live stream, and I see this all the time. They come in during the commercials when nothing is happening on this stream, apart from the odd video playing, like this one. There we go. Dits on Gaming coming soon to Project Dits, a video and audio podcast, so keep an eye out for that. And if you subscribe to the channel, you won't really have to keep an eye out for it because it'll just pop up in your feed. So hit that subscribe button if you're a gaming fan. Because I always find that gaming and wrestling go hand in hand. Usually if you're a wrestling fan, you like gaming, and usually if you like gaming, you like wrestling. So Damo, that is one of the most random things anybody has ever come out with. However, tell me the story. You broke a chair on your first day of secondary school. How? Did you break it off somebody's back? I'd be disappointed if you didn't. Did anyone see Did anybody see Booker T's comments about Big E saying that unless he drops all this New Day stuff, he's never really going to be seen as a main event player? And watching him do that, I can kind of see where Booker T's coming from. However, I do disagree with him for the most part. Because at the end of the day, Big E is still part of the New Day, whatever way you look at it. We know Big E can be serious. We've seen Big E be serious before when he was Big E Langston, when he was getting the 5 counts, or when New Day have had to turn it up. Like their Wyatt family feud, or a couple of times when they've been with the Usos, the Hell in a Cell match, they were all serious then. You didn't miss, he hit you, you tit. But Big E can be serious, just like Kofi was during his WWE title run. If I was a teacher and some kid fell off his chair, not even just broke the chair, just fell off the chair, but if breaking the chair would make it doubly funny, like, how would you not laugh? Miz and Morrison need to release like a summer track. That's a must. I tell you what, it's very easy to forget that The Miz was WWE champion at some point. Here we go. The start of Big E's singles push. And hopefully it is exactly that, a push. Yeah, Big E is a spanker. As weird as that sentence is. And here we go. Serious Big E, just like that. See, we've seen two sides to Big E. The first half is New Day Big E, and now we're getting that serious side. Parkour! Classic headlock. So next week, we're probably going to have Big E versus Morrison. Let's be honest. Yeesh. Hey, BJ. How you doing, buddy? You just woke up and you're coming into the stream, so bravo to you. You've started your day off right. The problem with watching wrestling at this time, live, is you get the same adverts every single time. I know I say it every time we do a live stream, but I need to come up with my own commercials and put them in this little box here. You're not the only one, Beach. Big E, honestly, like, if Kofi's had his singles run, then Big E definitely deserves one. Yeah, Anthony is my co-host. Yeah, he. I didn't actually think he was going to draft Cameron Grimes at all. But I didn't want to risk it because he knows that I stand Cameron Grimes. I know he likes to see me off, so I had to go for him early. But going at number 2, I think I shocked some people. To be fair, Z-Dog, I make my kids watch wrestling in the mornings when I haven't stayed up to watch it late, so... Yeah, I saw that Eddie Kingston's gone to AEW, but I love Eddie Kingston. I think he's great, and he deserves to be in a high profile position. However, it's that thing where people moan at WWE for signing all the talent in the world so they can't go anywhere else, and that's a fair comment. But AEW are doing the same thing. They are signing so many people, but not doing anything with them. And they've brought in Cameron, which is like the most random signing. I think she's only in there for the tag title tournament, but that's by the by. No, that wasn't a haunting that time, Damo. That was a mini fly or something. Eddie Kingston's good, Beej. Like, he's good. But he's even better on the mic. He's a very, very good promo guy. How old is Big E? Let's have a gander. Let's have a look. Big E. Here we go. Big E is 34. So there you go. That's a really bad welt on the back of Mrs. is back. It's been given some time, this match, which is good. I don't know why they're making out this is the first time Big E's been single, though, because he hasn't. I don't think the E stands for anything. He was NXT champion. Again, yeah, a lot of people forget that. Yeah, and he had his IC title run as well. He was hot back then. Like, he had a lot of momentum behind him, and then it was just killed. But I did see, well, I did hear him on the New Day pod that even he didn't think he was ready at the time for like a sustained push. Yeah, Big E's old theme music was actually pretty good. Yes, they were a very good trio. You remember when Big E like went like that and chopped AJ? Charles Robinson has always had good hair, Z-Dog. Unlike me. I am receding and going bald. Ho ho. This really is being given some time. Yeah, John Morrison, for his age, is ripped, Z-Dog. I think my wife actually probably wishes that I had Morrison's physique. But don't we all? Good. I'm glad they kicked out of that. Look how Big E's first win was that. The problem I have, Beach, is that I don't gym. See, people wanted Big E to be serious. He was serious at the back end of that match, so there you go. See, Peach, my stream is behind Damo, and you're behind me. Oh, Christ, you are behind. I love Cesaro and Nakamura. So they do it since that tables match at Extreme Rules. They've really started to click. Racist. Yeah, I did like those Nakamura teddies. Maybe there's still a chance to get one out there. We'll see. Oh, yay. Naomi versus Lacey's next. So excited for that. Never miss a video. Hit subscribe. Like the video. And click the bell. That's all you have to do. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. Let's make it happen. Because triple digits is fine. I love being in triple digits. Let's get to 4 digits. 4 digits. Four's better than 3. Let's do it. Damo, that was a terrible joke. Z-Dog, that was an even worse joke. Here's a joke. Why couldn't Noah play cards on the Ark? Because he was sat on the deck. Haha. Lacey Evans' career, that's a good joke. I actually don't mind Lacey Evans, but she just needs to drop this whole sassy Southern Belle rubbish and focus on being... Well, focus on the marine side of things, because I think that's where she can excel. Don't forget, the GM mode series on the Dits on Wrestling podcast is still... but it's not even at its peak yet. We're still in the early stages. Had the draft 2 weeks ago. The night ones of both shows are in the bag. And as of tonight, night twos are now done. I had my SmackDown night 2 released today, which is available on this channel for your viewing pleasure. So once you've finished watching this live stream... head to that video and check that out. But we're recording night 3 of our shows tomorrow night. I haven't actually written my show yet, so it's going to be interesting to see where we go with that. BJ, you deserve to leave this stream for that joke. But don't. It'll affect my stats. So Sheamus now has adopted this look. It would seem. I thought it was a one-off from the bar fight. Nickelback get a lot of crap, but I actually like Nickelback. I'm with you, Beej. You don't need joke books in the world when you have a Dits on YouTube wrestling live stream. All of this. All of this. Yes, confirmation that Jeff Hardy and Sheamus are done. I think one of the things that harms Lacey Evans as well is this god-awful theme music. Hey, welcome to the stream, Alan. The first hour of SmackDown actually was pretty decent. It wasn't terrible. AJ and Metalik put on a... I guess you did. I guess you didn't miss much. It was a decent match, but it didn't live up to the hype. We had Baron Corbin versus... Did we have Baron Corbin in... Who the hell was Baron Corbin again? Oh, Drew Gulak. That was a decent match. And we had Chad Gable... kind of turning heel, but kind of regretted doing it. Fueled by other things. And Sheamus does have a new outfit. Either that or he hasn't got changed since the bar fight last week. No. I know, right, Lacey is an ex-Marine, but do not put her with the Forgotten Sons. The Forgotten Sons should be just remain forgotten forever. They are terrible. I love the fact in that stats thing it says 2 times women's champion. I think that's what it said. Married to Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso, whatever, one of the twins. Why would that be in there? And you wonder why hashtag Naomi deserves better is a thing. Yes, it is. It is the 31st of July. There we go. In fact, actually, it's technically the 1st of August. There we go. That's changed. See, I would have just completely forgotten all about it. I wouldn't have even noticed that if you didn't bring that up. So there you go. Thank you. People would have been very confused and going, since when did SmackDown go back to Thursdays? If you are new to the stream, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click that notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos on this channel, especially the live streams on Wednesdays and Fridays, and pay-per-views when they drop. Because we do have, on SummerSlam weekend, a takeover, so I'll also be doing a live stream of NXT TakeOver as well. Can you imagine if Naomi loses this? Like, Twitter will implode. I'm sorry, but those steel steps weigh less than my fingernails. She can get out of that. There we go, she did. I'd love to see Heat come back, Damo, to be honest. I would. Get rid of the pre-show panels and the kickoffs and just have Heat. Oh, that was bad. That looked really bad. Corey's like, I don't even know what to call that. That should have been a Canadian destroyer. But I guess they put their own spin on it. Yes, bring back Talking Smack. But anyway, before that awful botch, yeah, Alan. I think I've seen Big E do that submission a couple of times before, but he's never won matches with it. Which is pretty cool that that's the way they're potentially going with this singles thing, that's going to be one of his go-tos. Oh, there you go. Naomi's won out of nowhere with a backslide. That was it wasn't a terrible match, but it wasn't good, was it? And next week, come back for another rematch. They've had 3 matches in the last 4 weeks. Bray's already had a segment. He kicked off the show tonight. He did a Firefly Funhouse thing. And I actually can't remember what it was about. Wow. Yeah, it was a bad botch, wasn't it? Yes. It's good to see Sonya Deville and that Mandy Rose thing kicking off again. Which, funnily enough, is something that is happening on my GM mode as part of the Dits on Wrestling podcast, so... I don't think Deville should have been SmackDown Women's Champ by now, because I don't know. I think it's taken her a while to hit her stride. I actually really liked her back in NXT when she was just focusing on like the mixed martial arts side of things. So she was essentially the Rousey of NXT, just without the mainstream appeal. And then she came up to the main roster with Mandy, and then we had what Fire and Desire, that was it. And that lasted for so long, so she was like pigeonholed in that tag team and was for so long, and then it's taken up her to split with Mandy to finally hit that stride, and she's completely killing it, and now she's got rid of Ziggler as well. Mandy versus Sonya Deville at SummerSlam. And Deville destroys Mandy Rose as well. You know me, Damo. I plug. That's all I do. So we're in the last 30 minutes of SmackDown, and I actually can't remember what's coming up. So we got Otis and Mandy apparently having sex backstage. That's coming up. And fingers crossed we don't see that. Nikki Cross and Bayley, yes. Yes. And the fact that they've left that for the main event, I guess it is the women's title match, so that's fair. But the fact that they have left that for the main event spot and didn't kick off the show like the IC title did, has me thinking that we're going to see a Bliss and Nikki Cross split. Oh, hey, by the way, there's probably enough time to get this in there. Check out what's coming soon to Project Dits and Dits on YouTube. Good timing. Look, see, I told you it was good timing. Oh. There we go. That's what you need. I thought Sonya Deville was going to talk to her then, but now, no. Is that the hacker glitch that's happening right now? I never thought I would say that Mandy Rose was going to be in one of my favorite feuds of the year, but she is. Maybe Mustafa isn't the hacker. Don't exactly know how Mandy ruined Sonya's life, but that's why we're Team Deville here at Project Dits HQ. Oh, God. Oh, please. Oh, you can't shave him. He's bald, but... what's she going to do with that hair? Why would you take that? BJ, I use Final Cut Pro for Mac. It's very, very good. So if you are wanting to do like video editing stuff, they still have a 90-day free trial, I think. I think I've got just over a month left of mine. So for the last 2.5 months, it's been great. Kayla! Ho ho. I say all the time, Miz and Morrison are great. Hey, Kayla! Match Flow is sponsored by Progressive. Blah, 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 blah. Sasha, you ruined. Blah, blah. It's got to be the end now, hasn't it? Oh, yeah, I hope it's the end of this Nikki Cross and Bliss association with Bayley and Sasha. If they go off and do their own separate feud, which I'm guessing is where this is going, then by all means crack on. But just keep them away from Bayley and Sasha now. It's been weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of this now. Do a Welsh accent. I can't do a Welsh accent to save my life. No, I like Bliss and Cross as a team, but I just don't like them being associated with Sasha and Bayley anymore. Because it honestly feels like 2 or 3 months that these guys have been linked in some way. But that is coming up next after this commercial. Raw recap. And this is actually the first time I'm probably doing these SmackDown live streams, so I can say I actually watched the entirety of Raw this week. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre is money. So really, Raw is a load of nothingness next week. Why did Raw infuriate you, Damo? And yes, we do need the iconic speech. This is exactly what you need at 20 to 3 in the morning, is comparing insurance adverts. That's what you need. See, I didn't like when I first saw it, because I saw it on social media before I watched Raw live. I didn't like how that women's match ended. I especially didn't like what happened at Extreme Rules, but that's another thing. I didn't like how they ended it, but when I actually watched the match on Raw, it was a really good match. I love the fact that, you know, Asuka just wanted to go and help Kairi, and that was her priority. I liked it. It fed into the story. It told the story to begin with, which is, you know me, I like a story in wrestling. And we had that on Monday. Terrible way for Sasha to win, because Sasha was down for about a minute whilst Asuka was deciding what she wanted to do. At that point, Asuka could have quickly got the free count and then headed back. I don't know. I know you got to suspend disbelief with wrestling, but there are things that push those boundaries sometimes. But I'm happy with Sasha Banks being Raw Women's Champion. I know a lot of people aren't, but, you know, I don't hide the fact that I think Bayley and Sasha are 2 of the best things in WWE at the moment. It could be close to getting to the point of overexposure. It could be. But because they're so good at what they do, they're pushing that wall back further and further every single week. So we'll see how that pans out. But anyway, speaking of Sasha and Bayley, here they are. Is this available on Spotify now? I said it on. I always refer back to past streams. I'm sure that's annoying, but I said it on Wednesday. Def Rebel is actually one of the MVPs in WWE now. He is pumping out some really good theme music. Bailey, Deliverance. There we go. Yes, it is available on Spotify. I think it's too soon to have Bailey and Sasha face off at SummerSlam. There's definitely not enough build time for that. I honestly think this is heading for WrestleMania between the two of them. It is maybe a couple of months ago it would have been right to pull the trigger and say let's split them, but because they've been doing so well, just let it go to WrestleMania. Have the blow off at WrestleMania. Or maybe the Rumble. One or the other. Just one of the big events of the year. But at least, hopefully, we get to WrestleMania, we actually have a crowd. And that's what will make that whole thing worth it. We Are the Night by Shannon Martin. What are you talking about, Beach? What you talking about, Willis? Are you just recommending a song for me to listen to, or are you... Just an awesome song. Shannon Martin isn't actually even coming up on my Spotify. Is she real? Beach? Is she real? And yes, Oasis are incredibly overrated. I was always a Blur guy. Always a Blur guy. Although Oasis do have some good tracks. I will give them that. I'm not going to completely discredit them. That's probably one of the most obvious things you've ever said, Damo. Of course, the Beatles over Oasis any day of the week. It still sounds like they're piping in crowd noise. Even if it's just very discreet. Disagree with that though, Damo. Manchester is the superior place. Although I did go to Liverpool once and I didn't die, so that was a nice surprise. We Own the Night, Shannon. We own the night. Is that how it goes? Just guessing. We own... Oh my god, I can't even type. We Own the Night. Shannon Martin Riley. I would play it, but I'm not letting any copyright come into this. I want to see what the fuss is about, so I'm muting this for 2 seconds. Bear with. In fact, actually, whilst I've muted it, it seems like the perfect opportunity to go flabang. Enjoy. Hello. Okay, when I saw you put Shannon Martin, I thought it was going to be some dreary pop stuff, but that's actually not that bad. I can actually tolerate Arsenal Beach simply because they're just not as good as they used to be, and they are no longer a threat. So I can tolerate them now. It's the theme for Impact, is it? Who knew? Who knew? I think Barrymore have always been good. Old or new. In fact, I really like their new stuff. Hard Times is a jam. Whoever thought we'd be in the era of Robert De Niro in car adverts? Specifically Kia car adverts. And bread adverts for that. Infinity War over Endgame. I think I agree. The battle in Endgame is amazing. But Infinity War gets you in the feels. Right, Damon, let's bang out some spoilers for Beej here. Everybody dies. Nah, Beej, if you are into Marvel movies or just good movies in general, then do go and watch the last two Avengers movies because they are good. They are good. DC, right, Beej, dude. Out. Get out. DC. The only good thing about DC is Batman. Apart from that, DC sucks. And I'm not... the movies aren't great. But the comics as well. The comics, Batman... amazing. Batman could actually... it's a tie, actually. Batman or Superman. And DC also has the best villain, Joker. But that's it. Is Judge Dredd part of DC Comics? Because if he is, then I'm putting Judge Dredd in there as well. But I don't know if he is. I've been half paying attention to this match, by the way, so is Alexa Bliss showing any signs of not really supporting Nikki? Fair, a lot of the DC stuff is probably better on like the TV series, but I just haven't watched any of them. Arrow, is that DC? So that's going to come into play. The boss knucks. Yeah, that's right. I made a smart comment. Oh. They're definitely piping in crowd noise. I'm convinced. It sounds like the polite applause that you would get at your local football team's game. Oh. Oh. Bayley wins. Bayley retains. That is she has a terrible finisher. That needs to change. Like, the skull crushing finale is a terrible finisher. That is a worse version of that. King Venom, hello. So are we going to get this heel turn? 5 minutes to go. We're not getting that heel turn. All rights reserved. Unless we've been punked out by these before. Oh. Oh. We're getting it. We're getting it. All rights reserved, my ass. Stop banging on the plexiglass. I can't hear what's being said. Shut the fuck up. Oh, there you go. Just a push. Ah! I have just got goosebumps. No way. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, what? Oh my god. I mean, we were just thinking we were waiting on Nikki or Bliss to turn on each other, not for the Fiend to come out and attack Bliss. That was awesome. Oh my god. So, of course, we had that stuff at the Swamp Fight with Bliss showing up, and I just thought it was just a one-off, but clearly not. I honestly did not expect that. Did not expect that. That is awesome. That is awesome. That, honestly, like, it takes... It's rare when you get stuff like that in wrestling where it just completely takes you off guard. I was not expecting that. I actually got goosebumps when that Fiend noise hit. I'm so happy. That was awesome. It could be. It could be that Alexa Bliss is going down that route of Sister Abigail or embodying that spirit or whatever it's going to be. I can't believe that was the ending to SmackDown. That's amazing. I'm still like bamboozled the fact that we had all rights reserved thinking nothing was going to happen between Nikki Cross and Bliss. Nikki Cross pushes Bliss and you think, oh well, that's just it, we'll see more about that next week. Not the Fiend coming out teasing an attack and then actually doing it. That's going to be the talking point coming out of SmackDown. Absolutely. No ifs and buts. That's definitely it. Well, that is, of course, SmackDown for another week. I was a good SmackDown, to be honest. It was a good SmackDown tonight. It was good. It was a good SmackDown. If I did a quick fire review, I would literally focus on what happened at the end. But Christ. Yes. It was amazing, wasn't it, Alan? BJ, see you later, buddy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe how that's ended. Honestly, I'm shocked. Now, it was a very good SmackDown. Good opening. Shorty G. I hate that name. Chad Gable. Kind of turning heel, but I think it's more taking the dollar from Corbin. I don't know. It's probably just going to be a short-term thing. Big E picking up a win as part of his singles push, his first step, with a submission, no less, which was good to see. And, I mean, we had that ending. Bayley retains in an okay match, but that ending is just something else. Absolutely something else. Amazing. So good to have another good SmackDown. It's rare when you get good SmackDowns these days, but we had a good SmackDown today. And we should all... it's bad when you think, oh, we're lucky that we had a good SmackDown, but that's where we are. That's where we are. But before I go, before I go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit that notification bell for more live streams as and when they drop. So Wednesdays for NXT, Fridays, of course, for SmackDown, and whenever pay-per-views are on as well, I will try and live stream those as well. Dits on Wrestling podcast is dropping every Monday and Friday at the moment, with the GM Mode series still running. And we have a guest pod, Worst Wrestling Podcast, with the host Justin. He is dropping 2 episodes a week on Project Dits as well on Wednesdays and Sundays, reviewing the shows that we have done as part of the GM Mode series. So it's actually become quite a big thing, which is cool. And Dits on Gaming is coming up soon. I've dropped the teaser a number of times during the stream. I won't do it now. But it is available on the channel if you want to go check that out. Just go to my homepage, scroll down about 2 videos, and it's there. Short little teaser. Doesn't really tell you much. It just tells you that it's coming. But it's cool. It took me a while to make it, so enjoy. And finally, we have merch. Project Dits has merch. And today, I actually had the first person buy a shirt, which is cool. I feel like a freaking rock star. It's amazing. So if you're interested in that, there was a sale on prior to the stream. I don't know if that sale is still on now, but head over to TeePublic, search for Project Dits, and just check out what I've got on there. Something might tickle your fancy. I think all t-shirts are like $13 at the moment as well. And all my logos are available across a wide variety of colors, hoodies, sweatshirts, baseball tees, all that kind of stuff. It's all on there. But apart from that, guys, the next time you will see me is technically Wednesday next week for NXT, but you'll see the Dits on Wrestling podcast episode, Raw Night 3, drop on Monday, and then NXT on Wednesday. But maybe there'll be a Dits on Gaming episode in between. We'll see how that goes. But if you watch the show alongside SmackDown tonight, watch this live stream alongside SmackDown, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to sit and listen to me drivel on about SmackDown and just a whole host of random other crap. And if you're watching the replay, then I gotta applaud you for even making it this far, because I don't know how people watch this as a replay, but a lot of people do. I don't know how people do it, but kudos to you. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Stay safe.